Hi, I'm Mark Anderson. This presentation will demonstrate the Growth Power Master Schedule to Excel interface. The Master Schedule worksheet was designed to allow a user to download a complete master schedule from Growth Power, import it into an Excel spreadsheet, and while in the Excel spreadsheet, allow the planner to make additions, changes, or deletions, and then return that updated master schedule to Growth Power. This system requires only reflection for Windows and Microsoft Excel on the user's desktop. Both Reflection and Excel will be running macros in order to operate the system. The process does not require ODBC, Quiz, or any other database. It does not require a heavy IT effort or large IT footprint. In fact, it was designed for the user to operate entirely on their own. The Master Schedule spreadsheet supports both the Growth Power normal Master Schedule entry transaction and the rate-based Master Schedule entry transaction. The spreadsheet helps to remove the tedium and minimize the error potential for maintaining a very large number of Growth Power Master Schedule entries. The spreadsheet allows a user to implement changes to the Master Schedule right on the spreadsheet without performing any manual Master Schedule keyboard entry in Growth Power. On the MRP and Scheduling menu in Growth Power, there are two Maintain Master Schedule entry programs. The first we call the Normal Master Schedule Entries, number 1 on that menu. This transaction requires that the user provide or request an MS number or an audit number. The user would be prompted for a part number and then a question as to whether the entry is a parent entry or not. And if you're not sure what a parent entry is or how it works, don't ever answer anything other than the default of no. The user is then prompted for a quantity, prompted for a due date for the master schedule entry, and may optionally enter a comment. And that's all there is to a normal master schedule entry. While that may seem very easy, if the planner has a very large number of master schedules to maintain, dozens, hundreds, or 1,000 or more entries, the task can be quite daunting, requiring a large amount of keyboard entry, great opportunity for error, and difficulty in keeping track of the production plan as time goes forward. At some point in the development of Growth Power, the golden age of Growth Power actually around version 11, the developers released a new Maintain Master Schedule program, number 19, or the rate-based Master Schedule program. This transaction prompts the user for a part number, asks the same parent master schedule question, and then presents the user with all the master schedule entries that are associated with that part number. Using function keys at the lower left-hand side of the screen, the user can create new master schedule entries for that part number, can change some or all the quantities on those master schedule entries, or can delete some or all of the master schedules for that part number. While this was a very big improvement over the normal master schedule entry program, we're going to show you something that's even better yet. In order to populate a spreadsheet with the master schedule, it's first necessary to make a snapshot of the master schedule in Growth Power. At the top of the reflection screen on the toolbar will be a button for downloading the master schedule. You click on that button, a dialog box will appear. Click on Yes, and the program will take over and will run the normal Growth Power Master Schedule report. This report will be further processed by this program and turned into a format that's compatible with an Excel spreadsheet. Typically, this process can take anywhere from 5 to 60 seconds, and here in this video demonstration, the process is actually slowed down quite substantially by the video capture software we're using to make the presentation. Once the processing is complete and an Excel ready file is prepared, a dialog box announces that fact. Click OK and come over to Excel. Open the Master Schedule worksheet. You will note that there are 3 tabs on the worksheet. The main Master Schedule Entry tab contains an area that has summary instructions, a work area where the master schedules will appear. There's a more detailed instruction tab as well as a contact information tab. From the main Master Schedule Entry tab, open the macro menu and select Import Master Schedule, and then click on Run. In a few moments, the master schedule that was captured over on Growth Power just a little bit ago has been turned into a spreadsheet that's available for a planner or master scheduler to edit. The master schedule spreadsheet supports two views of the master schedule. The first view, the one you see before you right now, is compatible with the rate-based master schedule entry transaction, and the column headings will match the column headings or the data entry settings in that program. If you'd like to change to the other master schedule entry transaction, open the macro menu and you can select the view that you'd like to see from the macro menu. We'll switch back to the normal master schedule entry and then click Run. In a few moments, the columns will be adjusted and the column headings made compatible with the view that you selected. The planner can make changes to the master schedule by going over to the left-hand column on the screen and selecting the appropriate pull-down for the action they'd like to perform. For example, here we could delete a master schedule entry. We could delete several entries. Copy and paste that in. We could make a change to a master schedule, changing a date or a quantity, or adding or changing a comment that exists. We could insert some rows, select Add from the pull down, could enter a part number manually, or could copy and paste a part number from this spreadsheet or from another application. Answer the parent entry question, enter a date, or copy and paste one for the simplicity of doing this quickly. Enter in a quantity. The planner can make as many changes as they would like to the existing master schedule and can add as many master schedule entries as they would like. Once the planner is completed, open the macro menu, select Export, and then click Run. The macro will take over, will format the spreadsheet into a format that's compatible with Growth Power, and then close that open spreadsheet. Going back over to Growth Power, see that there's another button for uploading those changes back to Growth Power. Click that button, a dialog box will appear, select Yes. The program will take over and will make all of the entries in Growth Power that we made over in the spreadsheet. And you notice we identified a bunch of them as deletes. This may take a few moments. As I mentioned earlier, the video capture software slows this down. Typically this process will be faster than you can really see it on the screen. The program will read all of the transactions that were made in the spreadsheet and will make those changes here in Growth Power. And once those changes are complete, a dialog box will appear announcing that fact, and the update process is done. We only made a handful of changes to the master schedule. A planner could have implemented dozens or hundreds or 1,000 or more with a relatively small amount of effort. As you can probably see, the master schedule spreadsheet is a very easy way for the planner to maintain the master schedule. They can see everything right there, right in front of them as they're making those changes, both making the data entry process substantially easier, as well as reducing the possibility for error. This master schedule entry spreadsheet is one of what we call a bidirectional application. That is, we take a standard Growth Power report, turn it into a format that can be imported into Excel, allow the user to make changes to that spreadsheet, and then upload those changes back into Growth Power. This type of bidirectional update for Growth Power is available not only for master schedules, but for bills of material, for single item where used, for part masters, and for product configurator base model features, options, and rules. Other mass updates are available as well. Similarly, there are processes where we can take standard Growth Power reports, like you see on the list in front of you on the screen, turn those into Excel compatible reports, and generally add significant functionality to those reports far beyond what was available in the original report in Growth Power. If you'd like additional information about the master schedule entry worksheet, would like to see an online demo, a web meeting demo, like to arrange for a personal visit, or would like to talk to me about developing an application specifically for your purposes, please feel free to reach me at the email address or the phone number you see on the screen. Thanks very much, and have a great day.